Ladies and gentlemen, today I stand before you to share a message that holds the potential to transform your life. This message is simple yet profound. Focus on yourself, not others. In a world where we are constantly bombarded with images, opinions, and expectations from others, it's easy to lose sight of who we truly are. It's easy to get caught up in the comparison game, to measure our worth against the accomplishments and failures of those around us. But today I invite you to embark on a journey of self-discovery and self-improvement. A journey that begins and ends with you. To focus on yourself means to prioritize your own growth, your own happiness, and your own well-being. It means understanding that you are the author of your own story and you have the power to shape your destiny. It means recognizing that your worth is not determined by others, but by the values and standards you set for yourself. Let us begin by exploring the concept of self-awareness. Self-awareness is the foundation of personal growth. It is the ability to look within and understand our own thoughts, feelings, and motivations. It is the practice of being honest with ourselves about who we are, what we want, and what we need to change. Without self-awareness, we are like ships adrift in the ocean at the mercy of external forces. But with self-awareness, we become the captains of our own ships, able to navigate through life's challenges with clarity and purpose. To cultivate self-awareness, we must take the time to reflect on our experiences and learn from them. We must be willing to ask ourselves difficult questions and seek honest answers. What are our strengths and weaknesses? What are our values and beliefs? What are our goals and aspirations? By engaging in this process of self-exploration, we gain a deeper understanding of ourselves and can make more informed decisions about our lives. Once we have developed self-awareness, we can move on to the next step, self-acceptance. Self-acceptance means embracing ourselves as we are, with all our flaws and imperfections. It means letting go of the need for external validation and recognizing that we are enough just as we are. This is not to say that we should not strive for improvement, but rather that our worth is not contingent upon achieving perfection. Self-acceptance requires us to be kind and compassionate towards ourselves. It means treating ourselves with the same love and respect that we would offer to a dear friend. It means forgiving ourselves for our mistakes and celebrating our successes, no matter how small. When we practice self-acceptance, we create a solid foundation for personal growth, free from the shackles of self-doubt and insecurity. With self-awareness and self-acceptance as our guiding principles, we can then focus on self-improvement. Self-improvement is the ongoing process of becoming the best version of ourselves. It is the pursuit of knowledge, skills, and habits that enhance our lives and bring us closer to our goals. Self-improvement is not about competing with others, but about challenging ourselves to reach our full potential. To embark on the path of self-improvement, we must set clear and meaningful goals. These goals should be specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. By setting smart goals, we give ourselves a clear direction and a sense of purpose. We must also be willing to put in the effort and stay committed to our goals even when the going gets tough. Perseverance and resilience are key to achieving lasting change. In our journey of self-improvement, we must also be mindful of the company we keep. Surrounding ourselves with positive, supportive, and like-minded individuals can have a profound impact on our growth. These are the people who will inspire us, challenge us, and hold us accountable. On the other hand, we must distance ourselves from those who bring negativity and toxicity into our lives. Our environment plays a crucial role in shaping who we are, and we must be intentional about creating an environment that nurtures our growth. As we focus on ourselves, it is also important to cultivate a mindset of gratitude. Gratitude is the practice of recognizing and appreciating the good in our lives. It is the antidote to envy and dissatisfaction. When we are grateful for what we have, we shift our focus from what is lacking to what is abundant. This shift in perspective allows us to experience greater joy and contentment, regardless of our circumstances. Practicing gratitude can be as simple as keeping a daily journal of things we are thankful for. It can be taking a moment each day to reflect on the positive aspects of our lives and express our appreciation. By making gratitude a regular part of our routine, we train our minds to see the good in every situation, and we become more resilient in the face of challenges. Another crucial aspect of focusing on ourselves is setting healthy boundaries. Boundaries are the limits we set to protect our physical, emotional, and mental well-being. They are the guidelines that define how we want to be treated by others and how we treat ourselves. Setting boundaries is an act of self-respect and self-care. It allows us to maintain our energy and focus on what truly matters to us. To set healthy boundaries, we must first identify our needs and priorities. What are the things that are non-negotiable for our well-being? What are the activities and relationships that drain our energy and distract us from our goals? Once we have a clear understanding of our boundaries, we must communicate them assertively and respectfully. This may involve saying no to requests that do not align with our priorities or distancing ourselves from toxic relationships. Setting boundaries can be challenging, especially if we are used to pleasing others, but it is essential for our growth and happiness. As we navigate the journey of focusing on ourselves, we must also remember the importance of self-care. Self-care is the practice of taking care of our physical, emotional, and mental health. It is the recognition that we cannot pour from an empty cup and that we must take care of ourselves in order to be our best selves. Self-care looks different for everyone, but it may include activities such as exercise, meditation, hobbies, spending time in nature, or simply taking time to rest and recharge. Incorporating self-care into our daily routine requires us to be intentional and mindful of our needs. It means prioritizing our well-being and making time for activities that nourish our body, mind, and soul. By practicing self-care, we build our resilience and enhance our ability to cope with stress and challenges. Another essential element of focusing on ourselves is cultivating a growth mindset. A growth mindset is the belief that our abilities and intelligence can be developed through effort, learning, and perseverance. It is the recognition that failure is not a reflection of our worth, but an opportunity for growth and learning. With a growth mindset, we are more likely to embrace challenges, persist in the face of setbacks, and see effort as a path to mastery. To develop a growth mindset, we must challenge our limiting beliefs and replace them with empowering ones. We must be willing to step out of our comfort zone and take risks, knowing that failure is a natural part of the learning process. We must also celebrate our progress and efforts, rather than just focusing on the outcome. By adopting a growth mindset, we open ourselves up to new possibilities and unlock our full potential. As we continue to focus on ourselves, we must also be mindful of the impact of social media and external influences on our self-perception. In today's digital age, we are constantly exposed to curated images and highlight reels of other people's lives. This can lead to feelings of inadequacy and a distorted sense of reality. To counteract this, we must be intentional about how we use social media and consume content. One way to do this is by curating our social media feeds to include positive, inspiring, and educational content. We can also set boundaries around our social media usage, such as limiting the amount of time we spend online or taking regular breaks. By being mindful of the content we consume and the impact it has on our well-being, we can protect our self-esteem and stay focused on our own growth. Another important aspect of focusing on ourselves is developing emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence is the ability to recognize, understand, and manage our own emotions as well as the emotions of others. It involves being aware of our emotional responses, regulating our emotions in healthy ways, and empathizing with others. To develop emotional intelligence, we must first practice self-awareness, as discussed earlier. This involves paying attention to our emotions and understanding their triggers. We must also learn to regulate our emotions by developing healthy coping mechanisms such as deep breathing, mindfulness, or seeking support from trusted individuals. Additionally, we must practice empathy by actively listening to others and trying to understand their perspectives. Emotional intelligence is a crucial skill that enhances our relationships, communication, and overall well-being. By developing emotional intelligence, we become more resilient and better equipped to handle the complexities of life. As we focus on ourselves, it is also important to nurture our passions and interests. Our passions are the activities and pursuits that bring us joy and fulfillment. They are the things that ignite our creativity and make us feel alive. Nurturing our passions is an essential part of self-discovery and self-expression. To nurture our passions, we must first identify what they are. This may involve exploring different activities and experiences to see what resonates with us. Once we have identified our passions, we must make time for them in our lives. This may mean setting aside regular time each week to engage in our hobbies or finding ways to incorporate our interests into our daily routine. By nurturing our passions, we bring more joy and meaning into our lives and stay connected to our true selves. As we continue to focus on ourselves, we must also cultivate a sense of purpose. Our purpose is our unique contribution to the world, the reason why we get up in the morning. It is the driving force behind our actions and decisions. Having a sense of purpose gives our lives meaning and direction. To discover our purpose, we must reflect on our values, passions, and strengths. What are the things that matter most to us? What are the activities that bring us the most fulfillment? What are the skills and talents that we can use to make a positive impact? By answering these questions, we can begin to uncover our purpose and align our actions with our deeper values. Living with purpose requires us to be intentional and mindful of our choices. It means prioritizing activities and relationships that align with our purpose and letting go of those that do not. It means being willing to take risks and pursue our dreams, even in the face of uncertainty. By living with purpose, we create a life that is true to who we are and make a meaningful contribution to the world. Self-discipline begins with setting clear goals and creating a plan to achieve them. It involves breaking down our goals into manageable steps and committing to taking consistent action. This requires us to prioritize our time and energy, making sure that our daily activities align with our long-term objectives. By establishing routines and habits that support our goals, we build momentum and make progress towards our aspirations. To cultivate self-discipline, we must also learn to manage distractions and temptations. In today's fast-paced world, there are countless distractions vying for our attention, from social media to television to the constant barrage of notifications on our phones. To stay focused on our goals, we must be intentional about minimizing these distractions and creating an environment that supports our productivity. One effective strategy is to establish boundaries around our time and attention. This might involve setting specific times for checking emails and social media, turning off notifications, or creating a dedicated workspace free from distractions. By taking control of our environment, we create the conditions for success. Another key aspect of self-discipline is developing the ability to delay gratification. This means resisting the temptation to seek immediate rewards and instead focusing on long-term benefits. For example, choosing to study for an exam rather than watching TV, or saving money for a future goal rather than spending it impulsively. Delaying gratification requires us to develop patience and resilience, but it is a crucial skill for achieving our long-term aspirations. As we work on developing self-discipline, it is important to be kind and compassionate towards ourselves. We will inevitably face setbacks and challenges along the way, and it is easy to become discouraged or frustrated. However, self-discipline is not about perfection, but about progress. It is about making a commitment to ourselves and staying focused on our goals, even when the going gets tough. By practicing self-compassion, we can maintain our motivation and stay on track. In addition to self-discipline, another essential component of focusing on ourselves is cultivating a positive mindset. Our mindset shapes our thoughts, beliefs, and attitudes, and it has a profound impact on our behavior and experiences. A positive mindset allows us to see opportunities rather than obstacles, to focus on solutions rather than problems, and to approach challenges with confidence and optimism. To cultivate a positive mindset, we must be mindful of our self-talk, the internal dialogue that shapes our thoughts and beliefs. Negative self-talk can undermine our confidence and motivation, while positive self-talk can empower and inspire us. By challenging negative thoughts and replacing them with positive affirmations, we can shift our mindset and create a more empowering narrative. Another effective strategy for cultivating a positive mindset is practicing gratitude, as mentioned earlier. Gratitude helps us focus on the good in our lives and fosters a sense of contentment and joy. Additionally, surrounding ourselves with positive influences such as supportive friends, inspiring books, and uplifting content can reinforce a positive mindset and help us stay focused on our goals. As we focus on ourselves and cultivate self-discipline and a positive mindset, we must also develop resilience. Resilience is the ability to bounce back from setbacks and challenges, to adapt to change, and to keep moving forward in the face of adversity. It is a crucial skill for personal growth and success. Resilience involves developing a growth mindset, as discussed earlier, and seeing challenges as opportunities for growth and learning. It also involves building a strong support system of friends, family, and mentors who can provide encouragement and guidance during difficult times. Additionally, resilience requires us to take care of our physical, emotional, and mental well-being through self-care practices. To build resilience, we must also develop problem-solving skills and the ability to cope with stress. This involves learning to identify and address the root causes of our challenges rather than simply reacting to the symptoms. It also involves developing healthy coping mechanisms such as mindfulness, exercise, and seeking support from others. By building resilience, we become more capable of navigating life's challenges and staying focused on our goals. As we continue to focus on ourselves, it is important to recognize the value of lifelong learning. Lifelong learning is the ongoing pursuit of knowledge, skills, and experiences that enhance our personal and professional growth. It is the recognition that learning is not confined to formal education, but is a continuous process that takes place throughout our lives. Lifelong learning involves staying curious and open-minded, seeking out new experiences and opportunities for growth. It means being willing to step out of our comfort zone and take risks in order to expand our horizons. It also means being proactive in seeking out knowledge and skills that will help us achieve our goals and stay relevant in a rapidly changing world. One way to cultivate a mindset of lifelong learning is to set aside time each day for reading, studying, or engaging in activities that stimulate our minds. This might involve reading books, taking online courses, attending workshops, or engaging in hobbies that challenge us to think and learn. By making learning a priority, we stay engaged and motivated, and we continue to grow and evolve. As we focus on ourselves and commit to lifelong learning, we must also recognize the importance of self-reflection. Self-reflection is the practice of looking inward and examining our thoughts, feelings, and behaviors. It involves taking the time to pause and reflect on our experiences, to learn from our successes and failures, and to gain insight into our motivations and actions. Self-reflection can take many forms, such as journaling, meditation, or simply taking a quiet walk to think and reflect. The key is to create a regular practice of self-reflection, making it a part of our daily routine. By taking the time to reflect, we gain a deeper understanding of ourselves and can make more informed decisions about our lives. In addition to self-reflection, another important aspect of focusing on ourselves is developing a sense of self-efficacy. Self-efficacy is the belief in our ability to achieve our goals and succeed in our endeavors. It is the confidence that we can overcome challenges and take control of our lives. To develop self-efficacy, we must set achievable goals and celebrate our successes, no matter how small. Each success builds our confidence and reinforces our belief in our abilities. We must also challenge our limiting beliefs and replace them with empowering ones. This involves recognizing and addressing the negative thoughts and doubts that hold us back and replacing them with positive affirmations and beliefs. Additionally, seeking out new experiences and taking on new challenges can help us build self-efficacy. Each time we step out of our comfort zone and succeed, we reinforce our belief in our abilities. By continuously challenging ourselves and pushing our limits, we build the confidence and resilience needed to achieve our goals. As we focus on ourselves and develop self-efficacy, it is also important to cultivate self-compassion. Self-compassion involves being kind and understanding towards ourselves, especially during times of difficulty or failure. It means recognizing that we are human and that we will make mistakes, and treating ourselves with the same kindness and compassion that we would offer to a friend. Self-compassion involves three key components: self-kindness, common humanity, and mindfulness. Self-kindness involves treating ourselves with warmth and understanding rather than harsh criticism. Common humanity involves recognizing that we are not alone in our struggles and that others experience similar challenges. Mindfulness involves being present with our emotions and experiences without judgment or resistance. By practicing self-compassion, we create a supportive and nurturing environment for ourselves, allowing us to heal and grow. We build our resilience and strengthen our ability to navigate life's challenges with grace and confidence. As we continue to focus on ourselves, we must also recognize the importance of setting and maintaining healthy boundaries. Boundaries are essential for protecting our well-being and ensuring that our needs and priorities are respected. They help us create a balanced and fulfilling life where we can focus on our goals and aspirations without being overwhelmed by external demands. Setting boundaries involves being clear about our needs and priorities and communicating them assertively to others. This might involve saying no to requests that do not align with our goals, setting limits on our time and energy, or distancing ourselves from toxic relationships. By setting boundaries, we create space for ourselves to grow and thrive. Maintaining boundaries requires us to be consistent and assertive. It means being willing to stand up for ourselves and protect our well-being, even when it is challenging. It also involves regularly reviewing and adjusting our boundaries to ensure that they continue to support our needs and goals. By maintaining healthy boundaries, we create a strong foundation for personal growth and fulfillment. As we focus on ourselves and set healthy boundaries, it is also important to develop a sense of autonomy. Autonomy is the ability to make our own decisions and take control of our lives. It is the recognition that we are responsible for our own happiness and well-being, and that we have the power to shape our destiny. To develop autonomy, we must cultivate a sense of self-reliance and independence. This involves taking responsibility for our actions and decisions and recognizing that we have the power to create the life we want. It also involves developing the skills and knowledge needed to navigate life's challenges and achieve our goals. Developing autonomy requires us to trust ourselves and our abilities. It means being willing to take risks and make decisions even in the face of uncertainty. It also involves seeking out opportunities for growth and learning and being proactive in pursuing our goals. By developing autonomy, we create a sense of empowerment and confidence, and we take control of our lives. As we continue to focus on ourselves, we must also recognize the importance of self-respect. Self-respect involves valuing ourselves and treating ourselves with dignity and honor. It means recognizing our worth and standing up for ourselves even in the face of adversity. To cultivate self-respect, we must set and uphold our own standards and values. This involves being clear about what is important to us and living in alignment with our principles. It also involves standing up for ourselves and asserting our rights. even when it is challenging. Self-respect also involves taking care of our physical, emotional, and mental well-being. This means prioritizing our health and well-being and making choices that support our growth and happiness. By treating ourselves with respect and dignity, we create a strong foundation for personal growth and fulfillment. As we focus on ourselves and cultivate self-respect, it is also important to develop a sense of self-worth. Self-worth is the belief in our inherent value and worthiness regardless of our achievements or external validation. It is the recognition that we are valuable and deserving of love and respect simply because we exist.